Greetings and welcome to the video covering the Topic Exploration Worksheet. My name is Bridget Powell and I'm one of the history instructors for SNHU.
And I am Natalie Sweet and I am also one of the history instructors for SNHU. Today we'd like to talk to you about and highlight the critical elements pertaining to your first project in your History 100 course, the Topic Exploration Worksheet.
History 100 will hone your ability to engage in the process that leads to a formal project, a research plan. The Topic Exploration Worksheet is the foundation to initiate your research plan. In History 100, we are working with one topic, the atomic bomb, and all approved primary and secondary sources are contained within the research kit.
Proper research will focus on a very specific area within a topic so that a good historical argument can be built on scholarly sources. The Topic Exploration Worksheet is divided into 4 parts. The first part is the selection of a topic. Part 2, you will formulate initial questions that come to mind. In Part 3, you will list potential sources that you might use. And in Part 4, you'll reflect on what you have learned in the different areas.
You can download the Topic Exploration Worksheet and template from the Model 2 tile. Scroll down to 2-2-1 and select the link called Topic Exploration Worksheet Template.
The first step in research is to pick a topic. So what are we going to focus on pertaining to the atomic bomb? There are so many areas after all. That's a great question.
So to make this project more manageable, a list of topics is already narrowed down based on the sources found in the research kit. Here is the list of topics to choose from: scientific and technological advances. And let me take my pointer out right here. All right, and they're listed right here: government and domestic policy, military strategy, international relations, and effects on civilians. Simply place an X in the box beside the topic of your choice, and then secondly, right below, then write a short paragraph about what you already knew about the topic you selected prior to this course, based on your personal history or experiences. This may include assumptions, beliefs, or values related to the topic. Be as detailed as possible.
Now that you have identified your topic and described what you already know about that topic, what questions do you still have that you would like to know? So, you will identify 2 questions about the topic you are curious about. First, describe why this question matters to you personally. And second, describe why this question matters to society.
You are now ready to start thinking about what kind of sources you will need to investigate your research questions further with. To do that, you need to download the research kit. The research kit contains the only sources that are approved for History 100. The research kit is downloaded from the area called Start Here of your History 100 classroom. If you cannot find the research kit, please contact your instructor or the SNHU help desk. Let's take a tour to see how to find the research kit. I'm going to screen share with you. Right there, we are in my History 100 class. So you will basically just go down here to Start Here. You click on Start Here. And then scroll down until you see the research kit link located right here. Click on the hyperlink and what you will find is the History 100 Research Kit. Now the one thing that I wanted to really show you guys with this is that the research kit is divided up by each topic that we saw on part 1 under the topic exploration worksheet. So we have science, we have government and domestic policy, and then you come down further, you see military, and then you're going to see international relations and Japanese and civilians and so on and so forth. The second part is that it's then divided up under each category into primary and secondary sources. So there's a very high-level organization here, and so what you will do is you will browse by topic choice. You will browse around and see what primary sources and what secondary sources you wish to use. Now, once you have linked in through these links and browsed and read over your sources, you are to select 2 primary sources and 2 secondary sources based on your topic. Then copy. So just set your cursor across the reference and copy, starting with either the title or the author's last name all the way down to the URL, and paste it in to your little boxes that you find to correspond under part 3. All right, I'm going to bring us back into the PowerPoint and the classroom. Hang on one second. Here we go. It's loading up. Here we go. All right, so you will just simply paste each of your sources into the corresponding area, whether it's secondary or primary, into these boxes right here. And that takes care of part 3.
Now that you have filled out the topic exploration worksheet, it's time to reflect on what you have learned. So in this 4th part, what you're going to do is describe what you've learned about your topic in 1 to 2 paragraphs. When you're writing those paragraphs, make certain that you also include in-text citations to indicate which sources are informing your new knowledge.
If you have any questions, please contact your HIS100 instructor. Thank you so much for listening in, and have a wonderful start of Project 1.